Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Netflix's original series Caliphate. So Caliphate has 8 episodes, and first I'm going to explain to you what the word means. Caliphate, the rule or reign of a caliph, a chief Muslim ruler. So for this review, I'm not actually going to put up a trailer so I don't get demonetized. So Caliphate, the story is about a Swedish cop or a Swedish group of cops trying to stop an impending attack from an ISIS group. And this story is very interesting because you get to see the worlds of both sides. So you get to see the worlds of how the Swedish cops deal with something like this, how they have to investigate it, and the focus is on one particular cop who finds a certain woman who is in the group. Her husband is part of this team, this ISIS group, who are trying to make an attack on Sweden. And you see the two stories intermingle as well. You see some young teens in Sweden who are basically trained to be martyrs, and the whole series really revolves around the stories of these young people becoming martyrs and what it looks like and how they do that. This is a work of fiction, so you should, when you're watching this, you should take it as that. Suffice to say, this series was really hard to watch because some of the themes and tones that they go through in this series are very dark. There's as you can imagine, I'm trying not to get demonetized, so there's certain things I can't say, but there is assault on females, and there is also those vests with things that explode that people wear. There's a lot of that going on in this. So that is the general theme, so you can imagine everything to do with ISIS. And the tone of this series is very somber. The music is very somber, the storyline is very somber, but I have to say the acting and the direction is fantastic. It's some of the best drama I've seen on TV. It's definitely the best Swedish TV series I've seen ever. I was emotionally engaged from episode 1. Within the first 15 minutes, I was there. I was rooting for there's this woman that wants to escape the life she's living in. There's this cop that wants to stop an impending attack, and then she has to deal with the politics of everything that's going on. And then this woman that is she has to deal with what is expected of her as a wife and the role she has to play. And it also kind of touches on what is your belief system and how do you take your belief system and make it something that is good and ideal, and before it gets perverted to something. And I think that is the storytelling that it's trying to tell. There's a lot going on in here, and I feel like sometimes it is a bit difficult to follow because of all the parts, all the threads, all the stories that it's trying to pick up on. But because the acting is so good and the direction is so good, it's very engaging. So even when it's going on a tangent, and I do feel like they could have cut out 2 episodes. There's 8 or 45 minutes apiece. I think this would have been one of Netflix's 6. I think it does take its time and it does drag out a bit and it's very dialogue heavy. But because the acting is so good and it's so engaging, and when it's tense, my gosh, is it tense. The first episode, I think the 3rd episode and the last episode, I was pretty much on the edge of my seat for the whole time. And the last episode, you think you know where it's going and then it keeps going. You think you know where it's ending and then it does something else. And I'm like, oh my gosh. The director and the storytellers, the writers are not afraid to do something, to tell something, to kind of have a message in it. They obviously have a thing they want to say, they want to show you. And I don't think it's preachy. I think the whole series, you could look at it and going, preachy, you have one destination for this. I just think it's a very well crafted story. So if you come from that perspective and you want really intense drama, you're going to find that here. Very good acting, very well told. But if you come from the perspective of you think it's got an agenda, I think you will be pissed off and you probably shouldn't watch it because it does have some things that will touch on. I think it's definitely a series that will push buttons. No matter what side of the fence you are on, no matter what your religious beliefs, it does make you think, it does make you question things. And I think that's good. It's a really good series, a really good film will help you think, will make you think, will make you ask questions, just about life in general. And if it makes you think, then it's not just in an in and out series, an in and out movie. It doesn't just fly about and you forget about it from one moment to the next. It'll make you think. And I think that's pretty good. I think that is the purpose of media. From when we first started storytelling, it was for history, and then it was for entertainment, and then it was to, ways for us to learn. And now entertainment media in general is so part of our culture, especially now if you're at home and you're being self-isolating. You want to see stuff, you want to know what's going on out there, and maybe just be entertained. This is very heavy hitting. You may not want to watch it in 8 episodes. You know, may not want to binge it all at once. Maybe watch a couple, then watch an episode of Simpsons, then watch another couple, then watch an episode of Shaun the Sheep, which I have a review for on my channel now, because it's dark, but it's excellent. I'm going to give this an A-. Got a lot more content coming out this week. If you are self-isolating, let me know what you are watching, whether it's Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, whatever you're watching. Let me know what is your favorite things to watch. What have you been saving up for, you know, when you were ill or weekend binge watching, apart from watching my reviews, obviously. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know how you're doing. I hope you're well. Stay safe. Wash those hands. And most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.